Hi, this is Paul Neese with Vortex Optics. We are here today to cover the basics of sighting in your new rifle scope on the rifle. What I'll do today is cover some of the tools necessary and the techniques to get this done. It's a very simple process, not too tough to do. What we want to have for tools are some basic supplies that I have here on the table. We have a good solid rest here for our rifle that allows it to sit nice and solidly and not wiggle around. Obviously a good solid shooting bench to work off of. We're using at all times ear protection and eye protection. This sort of thing is mandatory. You don't want to take any chances with getting injured or hurt while doing this. The other tools necessary are really not too bad. You will need some sort of a screwdriver or fingers to adjust the turrets on your rifle scope. We're doing this today with one of our Viper series, which is a finger only adjustment, which is nice. We don't require a screwdriver, but you may find that you need one. We're also using one of our spotting scopes here. This is the Skyline 80 ED model. The scope we use to observe the target after shooting and see where the bullets are hitting, it makes this whole process quite a bit easier. Sometimes you can see the bullet holes by eye through your scope, but other times it really is going to require a spotting scope. We're using, for the sight in here, a gridded type target. It's gridded out in 1-inch increments, which helps us again determine where the rifle is shooting left or right or up or down, and the ability to make the proper adjustments. Be sure you're shooting the proper ammunition for your rifle. It's also important to select the particular type of ammo that you plan to hunt or shoot with. This particular rifle is calibered, it's a 30-06, very popular caliber, and there are many different bullets and weights and manufacturers supplying ammo for these rifles. So once you've sighted in, stick with the ammo you've sighted into. This will vary with different styles and brands of ammo. If you're unsure about the caliber of your rifle and cartridge, you'll generally always find that printed on the barrel of the rifle. And again, good safety. Be sure you're using the proper cartridges here. Also, I'd like to just quickly touch on safety. We're shooting today on a established private rifle range. We have good safe backdrops here for the bullets. If you're not shooting on a range, be sure you're doing this carefully. Pick an area where you know where your bullets are flying and that there's a safe backdrop there. Use good safe shooting techniques. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Please be aware at all times where the muzzle of your rifle is pointing. When we're doing this type of thing here at the range, we'll generally just try to shoot and load one cartridge at a time. Now I'd like to touch briefly on bore sighting your rifle. This particular rifle, we've mounted up one of our Viper rifle scopes. It's matched with an appropriate ring and base for the rifle. The next step, once you've done that, is to bore sight your rifle. This allows you to very roughly be on target, so you're not wasting a lot of ammunition trying to find where the scope is pointing relative to the rifle when you get started. There are two ways of doing this, and we'll cover one of those today. You can use a mechanical bore sighter. Many times a good gun shop, when you purchase a scope, they'll do that for you. They'll hook a mechanical bore sighter up and they can run through that. The other option, which we're covering here, is if you have a bolt action rifle, which uses a sliding bolt here out the back of the rifle, these can be removed from the rifle. You can actually simply sight right down through the bore of the rifle with your eye and match the crosshairs of the scope to the image, and you're roughly on target. You're ready to start a sight-in process. When we do that, we have the rifle set on the bags here nice and solidly, and we're going to match the bore of the rifle to the targets we have down here. So the first thing I'll do is remove the bolt from the rifle. And then I'm just going to sight right down the bore of this rifle and match the bullseye right through the bore that I'm looking at. Okay, we're right on target there. And then what I'll do is take the caps off the rifle here, the scope, and we'll just mechanically move that crosshair until it matches the bullseye in the target. First I'll adjust the elevation here. And we're a little bit high right now, so we'll back this off. And then we'll bring this thing a little bit to the right. Okay, and now what I've got, I have the crosshairs directly matching the bore of the rifle. So this is going to put me pretty closely on target when I shoot. It won't be exact. That's what we're going to cover in the sighting in process, but we're close. We're not going to burn up a lot of ammunition trying to find where that bullet is going initially. Again, this is a handy way to do it if you've got a bolt rifle. If you've got a lever gun or a pump gun or something like that, you're probably going to have to go ahead and use a mechanical bore sighter, and there are plenty of those out there. Any good gun shop can help you out with that. It's equally simple to this process here. We'll return the bolt in here, and now we'll go on into the sight-in process with the rifle scope.